The lottery can change your life. You won't ever have to worry about money again if you win, right? Wrong. You could live a long, happy life with wise financial management, as could your heirs. You will, however, immediately begin to attract the attention of vultures who want a sizable portion of your money after you claim the reward. And if you hadn't been practicing wise financial practices up until now, you may easily become your own worst enemy by wasting the money too soon. If your state's laws allow it, your initial course of action should be to maintain your anonymity. Once word gets out that you've suddenly become wealthy, you'll start getting requests for donations from everyone, including organizations and long-lost friends and relatives. There will also be a lot of financial experts fighting for your business. Check your state's laws to determine whether you can avoid them completely by maintaining your anonymity. Reward winners have between 180 days and a year from the drawing date to claim their prize, depending on where they purchased their ticket. Decide your course of action after learning the state regulations. Before you pay the fine, you should consult with a tax expert. You have the option of accepting the prize money all at once or electing to receive it as an annuity in 30 payments spread out over 29 years. When you get a lump sum payment, the whole amount of tax is due right away. You pay taxes on an annuity only as the payments are received. Some people might prefer the discipline of getting the money as an annuity if they have problems reining in their expenditures. You should contrast the annuity's actual yield with what you could make by taking the money out in one lump payment, paying the taxes, and investing the remaining funds. Another thing to think about is if choosing an annuity will prevent your family from having the funds necessary to pay estate tax should you pass away before the 30-year window closes. People frequently get life insurance plans to pay the estate tax levy in such circumstances. After claiming your lottery winnings, you have 60 days to consider the benefits and drawbacks. Ask advisors to run the numbers during this time so you can determine which payment option is best for you. Third, stay away from abrupt lifestyle changes. It's only normal to want to celebrate your windfall, so don't do anything extreme for the first 6 months after winning the lottery, such as quitting your job, purchasing a mansion in Europe, or upgrading to a luxury car. Instead, set aside a certain sum for splurges. Put off making large purchases. You could, for instance, rent a home in the area where you were considering relocating. Fourth, settle all of your debts. Paying off debts is the best investment there is. Your rate of return is equivalent to the interest rate on the loan, whether it be a mortgage or credit card debt. That is especially true given the pitiful rates offered by seemingly safe products like CDs today. $1 of debt that has been paid off is $1 that you are no longer obligated to pay. You can't predict whether $1 you invest will increase in value or decrease. Fifth, put together a group of legal and financial consultants. It can be quite difficult to tell who is trying to use you and who is trying to help you in circumstances like this. He advises choosing your own lawyer, accountant, and investment advisor and mandating that they collaborate rather than joining a team of advisors that someone else has put together. Examine each advisor carefully before going over your predicament with them. Examine the financial industry regulatory authorities' broker records. Check if the state's disciplinary bodies have received any complaints against lawyers or insurance brokers. Sixth, adhere to a spending plan. It may require considerable self-control to hold on to your winnings and resist going on an extravagant buying binge, particularly if you are not used to having a lot of money. To exercise self-control, limit your spending to solely revenue and not principal. Particularly in the financial environment of today, it takes a significant amount of principal to provide income, and once you start using principal, the principal disappears quickly. Finally, take action to safeguard your possessions. Wealthy people need to take precautions to prevent their assets from being taken by creditors. They range from resentful spouses and ex-spouses to individuals who succeed in litigation filed against you. People may hunt for justifications to sue you if they believe you have deep resources. Building a range of barriers that make it difficult, if not impossible, for creditors to access your money and property is the finest kind of protection. These so-called asset protection tactics can include using state law exemptions or using trusts, family limited partnerships, or limited liability firms to erect numerous barriers. It might be conceivable to use a variety of tactics, either individually or in combination. Remember, this is not financial advice, just things to consider if you win the lottery. As always, thank you for watching today. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.